Hello, I'm John Geib. I'm a vegetable specialist in the Big Country Master Gardener Association. Welcome back to our series of videos talking about what we need to be doing in our vegetable gardens for the following month. Well, the new year is here. Time for new beginnings. While most people think of wintertime as a time to be lazy in the garden, West Texas gardeners understand that it can be one of the busier times of year for us. We are in the time of intermittent freezes of midwinter. So what should we be doing in the month of January in our vegetable garden? Well, unless you've been very diligent and very lucky, all of your frost tender plants have probably died off by now. Keep an eye out on the weather forecast though. Our temperatures can fluctuate easily between 25 and 70 degrees, sometimes in the same day, which can really put a stressor on our gardens. Your cool weather plants should already be planted in the garden. Keep these watered as usual. If you need to, you can add a few extra plants to your beds to replace those that have died from the cold weather or lack or neglect. You'll need to do these plants as transplants and not as seeds will not germinate very well in this cool weather. You may need to look at the garden centers for some transplants, although stock will be very limited if you can find anything at all, and these will probably not be looking very good at all. Please refer to our video on selecting a plant from the nursery for information on selecting good stock for your garden. Any citrus plants that you have will need to be protected during all the frosts and freezes for the rest of the season. This usually means bringing them inside during the cold nights and taking them back out in the morning after the temperatures are above freezing. If it is just a light frost that is expected, and the plant is small, you may be able to get by with just a frost cloth or blanket over top of them for a day or two. Remember, if the temperature warms up a lot during the day, you'll need to make sure to uncover these to make sure they get some sunlight and not cook in the heat. If you are really itching to start this year's gardens, please come to our lectures on planting your vegetable gardens on January 7th and January 10th at the Abilene Public Libraries. Information for these can be found on our website or our Facebook page. Information can also be found on the Abilene Public Library website and Facebook page. If you are looking for a fun activity in a dreary dark of winter, starting seeds indoors can be an option. For those of you tomato or pepper lovers, I usually recommend getting your tomatoes and peppers started indoors in late December or early January, if you have a setup that will allow you to grow these until early spring. See our videos on seed starting for more information on how to get these seeds started. Plants that can be planted in January are broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, kale, lettuce, peas, radishes, and spinach. Remember that any transplants will need to be hardened off to the cool temperatures we're experiencing in the evenings. Any cool weather plants that are ready can be harvested at your leisure. Continue your projects for the winter. The cool weather of winter makes for a good time to start and continue a lot of the gardening projects that were put off due to summer's extreme heat. Some of these projects can be starting on a compost pile, building out a new vegetable bed, or building large structures like arbors or pergolas. Remember, if you are using integrated pest management practices as we recommend, a lot of the garden cleanup will wait until late February or early March. Leaving the garden messy will allow bugs to overwinter in your garden. While this means the pests will survive the winter, it also means that the predators for those pests will survive too. They will be able to be ready and waiting for the pests to arrive in spring when the weather starts to warm. Well, that is all for today. Thank you for watching this video. If you've learned something, please like this video. If you found our videos helpful, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to be alerted when new videos come out. We will be putting out a new What to Do in Your Vegetable Garden Next Month video every month during roughly the last week of the month. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep gardening.